What is up, everybody? Welcome back.
Hey, bro, what's up, my man?
Hey, what's up, man?
So you got the new haircut?
Oh, yeah, you noticed?
Yeah, man, it's ugly.
You like it? Yeah, so we're talking about a player that we stole in this past year's draft that has shown up in a very big way recently and could potentially be a future starter. Let's get it started. That is right, everybody. We're talking about a player that we looked at as a steal in this year's draft. And it wasn't just us that thought he was a steal. No, many people did. This guy was projected to go in the third round of the NFL draft. But as we know, he fell to the fifth round, and he was the 8th pick, I believe, in the fifth round of the NFL draft. So he was definitely a steal. As you guys can see from the thumbnail, pick number 146. Okay, so 145 players were taking over this guy. He definitely fell on the draft board, and I don't think anybody expected him to be on there this late. And I was really happy when the Lions brought this man in because I wasn't sure actually if the Lions were going to go early for a corner or not because they signed a few guys in the offseason throughout free agency, but I wasn't sure if they would go draft a corner. Well, they drafted Amani, and I think they got a really good player. Now, he hasn't played a lot this year for some reasons. We'll get into that in a second. But Amani Oruwariye, yes, I'm getting better at saying that. I'm okay at it. I'm trying, okay? I mess it up sometimes. That's why I just say Amani. If y'all notice, I don't say the last name. Just say the first name after I say it once. So, that's why I do that.
Amani Oruwariye.
Now, Amani is a 6'2" cornerback that weighs 205 pounds, and coming out of college, he ran a 4.47 40-yard dash, he had 17 bench press reps, and he also had a 36.5-inch vertical. So very athletic, very long, lanky, tall kind of guy, very physical corner, okay? Like I said, 6'2" is a very tall cornerback. You see a lot of cornerbacks now that are like 5'9", really fast guys. Amani's not slow, obviously, 4.47, that's super fast. But he's a big, lanky, physical cornerback, and he likes to play against physical wide receivers because he can match up really well with them, and that's what he brings to your team. He's not a great slot cornerback because that's not what he is. He's an outside type of cornerback, and this is a guy that could get a very big role in the future, and I'll talk about that in a second. Basically, at Penn State is where he went to college. In 2017, he started to come on. He started to get a pretty nice role there at Penn State. He actually earned second team All Big Ten honors, okay? So he started to get something going a little bit in 2017, and in 2018, senior year, he was actually a starter for the first time, and as a starter, his first team all-conference, okay? So he was first team all-conference in the Big Ten. Very impressive. That's not an easy thing to accomplish, especially when it's your first time actually starting for the entire season. He had 12 pass breakups. He tied the team high with 3 interceptions, and he had 51 solo tackles. So he was really good at doing a lot of different things. Again, very physical cornerback. And we saw when he was playing with us, from what we've seen a little bit, he is a very physical cornerback, and he likes to tackle, and that's something that definitely helps us out on the edge because a lot of teams like to get their fast running backs on the edge, and if you can have guys that can tackle out their cornerbacks, very, very helpful. Like I said, he was a steal because he was projected to go somewhere around the third round. He fell to the 5th, and we decided to select him. Now, we haven't seen a lot of this man this season. This 23-year-old cornerback that we just haven't seen a lot. Well, he's been dealing with injuries throughout the entire season, and he's mainly played, if anything, special teams this year. That's really the only place we've seen him. But against the Cowboys, we started to see him near the end of the game, and against the Washington Redskins, he had a huge opportunity, and he took full advantage of it. So like I said, against the Dallas Cowboys, he played at the very end. He actually had 7 snaps defensively against the Dallas Cowboys, and usually he was the guy that was just playing special teams if he was playing at all because, again, he was dealing with an injury. So against the Cowboys, we get to see him a little bit at the end of the game there. I was like, oh, that's Amani. We saw him a little bit. Then, versus the Redskins, Rashaan Melvin came into this game with an injury, so he is out. So what does that mean? It means that our normal guy that likes to play on the outside, Rashaan Melvin, is not going to play, right? Our number 2 cornerback. So you have options here, Michael Ford, really Amani. You could put Coleman out there, but he likes to play the slot. So you went with Amani Oruwariye, and I tell you what, it was a great decision. At this point in the season, we're not in a great spot to make the playoffs. Are the odds still there? I think there's probably like a 0.1% chance.
The land of make-believe.
I don't know. I don't even want to do that math because it'll just be depressing. So we're not in a very good spot right now. But we get to see a lot of these young guys. And Amani against the Redskins looked beautiful. Now, again, we were playing Dwayne Haskins. So, he wasn't a great quarterback. He missed a lot of passes. And Dwayne Haskins is just like Amani, right? They're both rookies. Ohio State versus Penn State. Obviously, they play all the time. There was just a big game of that where Ohio State won by 11. Dang it. Don't like Ohio State. I'm sorry. I just don't. They make some good players. I just don't like them. Okay, because I'm a Michigan fan, but Why am I still talking? Let's get into it. Okay, so coming into this game, he basically said, look, I'm not nervous. He wasn't nervous. He said it's all about preparation. If you're prepared, there's nothing to be nervous about, which a lot of people say that, but that's a good thing. At least he believes he was prepared, and it looked like on the field he was definitely prepared, okay? He played really, really well. He had an interception, and he made a couple of plays on the ball in the air, and he actually had 5 tackles. Look at that, big physical cornerback, and he was also graded the highest Pro Football Focus defensive back for us in that game. Yes, that's a lot of words. I said that way too long. I could have made that a lot shorter. He had the highest Pro Football Focus grade out of all of our defensive backs. Let me just say it like that. So Will Harris-Slay struggled a little bit. And Amani, yeah, maybe he's not on a guy like Terry McLaurin, but he still played a heck of a game, okay? And like I said, he came with an interception that you would have thought would have sealed the deal when we were up by 3. But no, it did not. It didn't. Our offense just couldn't do anything with the ball. It did not seal the deal. But it still was a huge interception. And after talking about that, he said, the interception feels good, but I don't like to lose. And, yeah, I don't like watching them lose either. So I'm with you on that one, Amani. Slave said all his hard work is paying off. Today, basically, when he says today, it's because it was Sunday when he said that. So like I said, he came on and played a heck of a game against the Washington Redskins, and I expect to see a lot of this guy, okay? Especially after that performance. There's no way in heck the Lions shouldn't give this guy starting minutes. I mean, really, what do you have to lose at this point? You don't have anything to lose. I want to see Amani out there and get chances, just like I want to see Austin Bryant. I want to see Hawkinson. I want to see all these rookies. I see Nauta. I want to see all these guys get opportunities to vie. I really want to see Amani because after that interception, the heck of a game that he played with the highest Pro Football Focus rating out of all of our defensive backs as a rookie, that's awesome. This guy wasn't playing a lot. So, yes, this guy could be a future starter. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, why would this guy be a future starter? You're just making up stuff. Well, no, I'm not. One reason is because Rashaan Melvin is on a 1-year deal. I don't know if we'll bring him back or not. I wouldn't have a problem with bringing him back, but there is that chance that we don't. And if we don't, Amani is automatically going to get a bigger role unless we go and get some kind of stud cornerback, which I don't think we would. We might. I don't know. And also, Darius Slay may not be here for the future. I mean, maybe just next year. His contract is through next year as well. But I know there's just a lot of speculation of these could be his last games in Detroit, which would make me sad for sure. But if that is the case and Rashaan Melvin are out, you definitely need to have some guys. And even if you bring in another cornerback, you're still going to have to need another cornerback on the outside. And Amani could be that guy. So future starter, he might just be. He showed us what he could do against the Washington Redskins. We'll see what he can do as competition comes up because he's going to play against the Packers. He's going to play against the Vikings, both of which teams are going to play their starters because they're still fighting for something. We're going to play against the Bears, which the Bears aren't very good, but it's still competition, and the Broncos. So Tampa Bay as well. Let me throw that in there. So there you go. We'll see what happens. I'm excited to see the rest of the future for Amani Oruwariye, and I'm just excited to see what he can do as a Detroit Lion. I'm so glad we got this guy, and so far from what we've seen, he definitely lived up to the reputation of being a steal in the draft. So there you go. Let me hear your thoughts, comments below. Thank you for watching. Make sure you check out my gaming channel, Dose of Gaming, and I'm out.